All right. What's going on, guys? You are hanging out with me, Night Swarm, for Mammoth Games Inc. If you get the chance, as always, head on over to facebook.com/Mammoth Games Inc. Check out all the top news and video game stuff that matters. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Mammoth Games Inc. so you know when we go live and do stuff like this as well. For me, the real Night Swarm here on twitch.tv. Tag that follow button. I really appreciate that. It lets me know that you guys are liking what I'm doing. And as always, if you have the means, or Twitch Prime, tag that subscribe button. That's always greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Okay, what we're doing today is actually something pretty cool. I'm really excited. Friday the 13th had a cool update which introduced bots, a bunch of other stuff, of course, normal fixes and stuff, but the Virtual Cabin 2.0. Virtual Cabin has been out for PC for a little bit. You can do things here and there, you know, it's kind of cool. Easter eggs and more. It just finally dropped on console with a bunch of new cool features. It was a community effort to figure out how this thing worked, and I was part of that community. I wasn't streaming, but I am here to give you an entire walkthrough of how this thing works. So, to get started, oh, and side note, I will be writing up some walkthrough notes as I go. I'm pretty sure I remember how mostly everything goes. Um, so, it'll be fine. And I'll try not to write too much because I'll probably just go back and watch this and type it all up. It'll be fine. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, but the first thing that we got to do, offline play, Virtual Cabin. It'll load you into, I think it's just Virtual Cabin 1. It should let us know. If it doesn't let us know right when we get in, I'll go ahead and click a few buttons and reload the entirety of the Virtual Cabin, and that'll fix all of that. This mode is actually much different than what the main game is like. So here you go, loading beta 1.0 long-term virtual cabin release exe. Cool. We're good to go. This is exactly where we want to be. Okay, and it just drops us right in here, right out of the gate. Okay, you see we have a very familiar fellow over here. As soon as you turn, you can check out this blue cap. Um, you can read all this stuff. If you want to read all this stuff, I'll try to hover on everything for a second so you guys can pause it. But I'm not going to read through it. I already read through it and poured over this thing for the majority of last night and today. So I'm just going to go ahead and go on through. You want to grab the blue cap as soon as you get the chance. Okay, there's a door that leads outside that is locked. Okay. Alright, and then if you word guess, most films in mask. So we assume that's referring to Jason. We'll get to that in a minute. And you have this computer. Counselor database, these are just all of the people that happen to back the project. And they put them all in here. So that's pretty cool. You can change the date here. This will be important later. Check for updates. Beta features. You can enter a password right there. You can reset the cabin. That's what you have for that. Over here, it says Twisted Secrets Revealed, Location Scout, Friday the 13th, August. Don't see a year on that one. Okay. So we have a diagram here. Depiction of Final Scene at the Voorhees house. Got Allie. Got Jessica. You have a Jason. Alright. We have a phone. Can't do anything with. And it says police department on it. Okay, a little book here. In Lewis's 3rd edition, really big. Ooh. Over here we have another book. Nothing was on the back of that one. Fanazine. Doomed Ocean Liner, and that's for week 6. Here's a little bit more about, I think, the woman who played Samantha. This one's a really cool one. Eric J.R. LaChappa. As part of the Kickstarter campaign, certain high-tier backers could get their likeness included in the game. One of such generous backers was Eric J.R. LaChappa. LaChappa's best 2 stats are Repair, 10 out of 10, and Stealth, 8 out of 10. That's pretty rad. Camp Crystal Lake Massacre with Word Guess Week 1. Furry friend with a purple bow from the movie. Assuming that is a dog or a cat. I do have that actually all wrote up. Okay. You have a Jason mask above a fireplace, so we'll have to remember that. You can't really see it, but that is a typewriter. Right here has a little bit of information. Obviously the blue signifies something. Talking about the score. Try the store. Tiffany Cox and Kenny Randall. Cool. That's just talking a bit about how they have to, like, how they had to do stuff with the characters to make them function properly. Alright, that door is locked. This one is not. And here we have Jenny, the good old girl next door. Oh, there's a crystal in here. Looks like that goes to that set, huh? What else we got here? A red bandana. Okay. Some shaving cream. Okay. Anything behind the door? Nothing behind the door. Okay. Let's head into the kitchen. Garbage can. Talk about the waste of a budget. Alright, a bottle of wine. Doesn't look to have any real significance. Same with an apple. That's part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. Right over here, we have Deborah Kuhn. Let's talk about the actress who plays her a bit. Oh, almost missed this one. Body of Friday the 13th murderer missing. Word Guess Week 2. Cured Meats and Famous Counselor. Alright. Just talking a bit about ideas. Oh. That's more of that. Alright, looks like some things go there. Oh. Pinehurst Diner. Call for takeout. Definitely could be something that we could call up later. You know, get some food while we're trying to uncover the mystery. I'll open that door, check this table. I don't see anything on the table, nothing lighting up. That door's locked too. On fire. Kane Hodder was set on fire for 40 seconds in a Hollywood record for a controlled burn. Kane Hodder is a badass. He did all the mocap for Jason in this game. Alright, talking about automobiles in the film. Okay, let's look, see what happens here.
What was the creepiest part about working on the game?
Oh, for sure, the phone calls.
Okay, sorry, that was great. Can you start over, but this time incorporate the question into your answer?
My bad, yeah. So the creepiest part about working on this game was I get these weird phone calls to my personal phone. We worked on the game for almost, I think it was about 3 years. And every single Friday the 13th, we would get these calls from someone. At first, I thought it was someone at the studio, Paul or Dan or something, but it had to be like an F-13 fanboy or something. They would use this voice distortion and claim to be Pamela warning us to honor the memory of her son. Sometimes they would just laugh into the phone and hang up, but most of the times they would just, complain about the game taking so long.
That doesn't sound that creepy.
It wasn't until one time I called the number back and heard this.
All right. Cool little look at what was happening on the inside. Okay. And back here looks like some sort of like pedestal for chirping birds. Okay. Shows when he does an appearance, when Kane does an appearance, one person say, "Hey, do the Jason walk," and I'm like, well, that's just kind of how I normally walk. Like a man walks with a purpose. I'll tell you what. Alright, looks like we're done back here. Let's head on upstairs. Keep looking through until we finish something up. Alright, talking a bit about game development and the founder of Elphonic. Bunch of signs. Over here we have Chad and Bugsy. Cool. The other view. Welcome to Forest Green County. Next 4 highlighted 4 exits. I actually really like this. Release Friday the 13th. Was slated for early 2017, a time frame that managed to both be wide for some and vague. The ambiguity caused quite a bit of energy to be directed at Gun Media, in particular the community manager Ben Strauss. It actually became a meme within our community, said Strauss. Someone sent me a mug that said early 2017 on it in the Friday the 13th font. I wish they would have put that font on here. That would have been a really cool little ode. Jason Voorhees slain Word Guest Week 4, the original mask owner. Alright. SS Lazarus, Premier Ocean Liner. Call Animal Friendly. Alright. Camp Blood Part 2. Nice, nice. Reckless Reggie Part 4. Or, I think it's Roy's Revenge up there. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to change where my little icon is located so you guys can see everything. Let's move it up to the upper left, that should be fine. If not, we can move it again, that's fine. So we have a VCR and a TV here. Roy's Revenge, I think is what it was. Yep, Roy's Revenge. Nothing fancy there. Looks like we have some masks. Mask. Collection of masks. The reward, please. Friday the 13th. Okay, big door that says coming soon. No. Alright. SSL. Don't know what that means. There's a number 9 on that. 009. Okay. Not much there. Alright, little pocket knife. Yep, firecrackers. The pig splitter. First aid spray with cap on. First aid spray or mid spray with cap off. Alright. We have a spear. Flare gun. Spray paint. Looks to be of the yellow Persuasion. More spray paint. Looks to be of the bluish green Persuasion. Baseball bat, one of my favorite weapons. metal pipe. A knife. Looks like a Jason-made trap. Radio to call Thomas Jarvis. If you've been drinking, goodbye. Leo. I get it, but it's still, yeah. Tommy Jarvis' desk, if you remember, I think it was part 3 or part 4. Let me think. 1, 2. I think it might be part 3. They talk a bit about Tommy being a mask aficionado. And he makes his own custom masks. Alright, Summer Camp. Slasher Volume 1 Summer Camp from Gun Media. Alright, we have a pedestal here as well. 3 chickens. Archery target. A good old pitchfork. Alright, here we have a sleeping bag. A dick. A void. Let's get more of the Raven persuasion. Nothing up there. Got the good old double-sided axe. Hand-operated weapon, the fireman's axe. Regular wood-splitting axe. Down here you have a machete. This is a different machete. There we go, a different spear. Pipe wrench. Good old frying pan. Might not seem like a weapon, but it hurts to be cracked, I'll tell you that much. Pickaxe. Cool. Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake. Sign. What was this one? Yeah. Big Haven sign. Can't interact with it. We know we can't go in there. Chamber of Horrors. Keep out. This means you. Alright, we got a pedestal here with 2 birds on it. Alright, we'll just start here. A book. Jump balls. No exit. Child's rocking horse. Okay. That's a pillow top. I have a phone number on the top too. Alright, make sure we have that taken down. Looks like this is for Tommy Jarvis. Crystal Lake Drive. Patient suffers from extreme trauma, night terrors, and is delusional. Damn. Pulling your boy out, isn't he? Guard statue. Okay. Nothing in there as of right now. I do see a mask back there. Okay. So I've done all of the legwork. We've looked at all of the newspapers and magazines and so we have all of that done. What it's prompting you to do, and this is actually the word guess week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and week 6. Look on the back of this thing. Week 5. Most masks in film, there's a blue highlighted spot. That's the letter that you want to take out of it. And when you put them all in order, number one's clues, furry friend with a purple bow. That was a dog from part 2 named Muffin. The first letter highlighted was the M. The word guess week 2, it said cured meats and famous counselor. There's a counselor named Bacon, and bacon is a cured meat. The 4th letter was the highlighted blue And that was an O. Week 3 was movie featuring TJ. There were 3 movies featuring Tommy Jarvis. 4, 5, and 6. That's a highlighted letter. Ended up being the T. Week 4 asks the original mask owner. The original mask owner was Sheldon Finkelstein. He had the hockey mask in part 3, right before Jason killed him and took it. He had a nickname that fit in there, and it was Shelly. The second letter was the highlighted letter. So, in week 5, most films and masks, it was an E. He didn't wear the mask until part 3. Jason officially wasn't in part 4, so he had the masks for 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. We stop with Jason X because it kind of gets dicey there. So there were 5, and the 4th letter was highlighted. That's an E. In week 6, the doomed ocean liner was the Lazarus, Lazarus. The 5th letter was the highlighted letter, the R. This was a ship that took the students out of Lakeview High School, bound for New York. In part 8, Jason takes Manhattan. The final word, after you've taken all of the things, put it together, is mother. So come over here, check for updates. We'll enter the password. I got to MOTH and I knew what it was. I had to actually come back and find the rest of it. Updated map, added downstairs display room, updated map, ported searchable furniture from main branch. User interface, added inventory functionality, press square to access. Controls, added a crouch functionality, press circle to crouch. Bug fix, restored telephone functionality. Okay. So, inventory added. We are on part 1.1. Cool. So, we are here. We can now take things. So let's just take things. Let's take all the things. Hey, listen, this is
Okay, so did you want to do an intro?
Hello. Welcome to the Virtual Cabin. I'm Chuck Brengard, CEO of IllFonic, and we are the developers behind Friday the 13th, the game, which you are currently playing now.
Thank you.
Is there anything you want to say to the fans?
Sure. I just want to say thanks for playing and supporting the game.
Movie in
Our
here
fan
too. I
base has
forgot
been
to show you.
incredible. This project has exceeded even our wildest dreams, and that's because of all your continued and amazing support.
So where are we?
So this is the Virtual Cabin, 2.0 to be exact. The Virtual Cabin was a way for our backers to check out new art assets and discover a few hidden Easter eggs as we were building the game. It was a really engaging way to show a sneak peek at what we were developing.
So, why bring it back?
A ton of work went into researching the Friday the 13th films for the game, and we wanted to present a fun way to go behind the scenes and learn more about how the movies in the game were made. Consider this as an expanded virtual museum, a space where you can explore the lore of Friday the 13th and take it all in. Who knows? There might even be a few new Easter eggs to discover. If you go digging deep enough. Sorry, I didn't mean for that to sound so ominous.
Alright. We'll move on away from them. This is known as the Red Door Room. We actually didn't really look in here. So let's look through here real quick. Alright, you got the raft from part 4. The spooky door. Cool. That's the red door. We will be seeing more of that later.
Sweet. Well, now you know the Virtual Cabin goes a little deeper than we let on. There are quite a few more like secrets left to discover. We hid some content in this cabin that will not be easy to unlock. You'll really have to think outside the box.
It's like a puzzle game.
Think of this less like a puzzle game designed to get through in like an afternoon, and more like an experience for our community to get to know the movies better, or for the hardcore fans to test their knowledge. That might be too much to say, but we could always cut that out later, right?
And how will players know when they've uncovered all the secrets?
It should be pretty obvious.
Alright, should be pretty obvious, he says. Killer axe. Cool. Okay. So, the goal here... Depiction of the final set of Higgins Camp, yeah. There's a ton of scripts here. And only one of them is really important. That will be this one. With that big blue 1 in the bottom right hand corner. And then right here, we have the pair pedestal where you can place something on the pedestal. So we have the option to place things on pedestals in various locations now. And the reason we didn't get to do anything in here before is because this door was locked. So we'll just keep on hauling ass through. Pick up that bandana we saw. We'll pick up that final little doll that we saw. Now, what we're looking to do here is now we have access to all of this stuff. We have access to a lot of stuff right now. We can access this. It wants us to put stuff on there. And look like little badges. So let's figure this out. Alright. I'm going to make sure we didn't miss anything. Okay. So, in my experience, I found that there were 4. We'll skip that part and we'll go to the pedestal puzzle. It's the most obvious, easiest puzzle. Pedestals are numbered to the 12 Days of Christmas song, 1 to 4. Each is an item prop from each of the 1 to 4 movies. Okay, so this one would be the 4th one. This is 4 birds chirping. And what you need to put on here is the blue hat from the hat rack in the living room, which we already have. So we'll place that there. Let's head back over here to this pedestal. It's 1 green pear. The item that you need for here is the red bandana, which we just grabbed from the bathroom. So, red bandana. Okay. Let's go on upstairs. I actually just prefer just to pick up all these masks. Not sure if they really serve any importance or anything. We'll pick up all of the videos as well. Video. Did I get that video down there? I think I did. Let's check. There it is. Got it. Okay. Let's check this out. It's still locked. With a big coming soon sign on it, so I assume it'll stay on. Yes. Here's, I think, our last video. Video. That's 4 videos and 1 book. Alright. So 3 chickens. This will be the 3rd one, and what you need is something very special for that. Since we haven't seen yet, we need to get some things out of this room too. So, let's go ahead and wander in here. Here's another mask. That's the last mask we need. Okay, got the teddy bear here. Nothing special. Okay. Dun dun dun! Cool. Thing you need in here is a Baru yo-yo. Reggie the Prankster in part 5. Okay, so it was part 5, not part 4 when I was talking earlier, because Reggie is the young boy that's trying to play tricks on Tommy, but he really can't play tricks on Tommy because Tommy is it's not that he's good at tricks, but he's just good at being, I don't know. He's not easily startled because of all of his time with Jason. Cool. We also have this 2 dove plate, spot. On this 2 dove spot, we place Sheriff's Badge, coming from movie 2. And we'll come back here to the 3 like chicken looking things and put the blue yo-yo. There's our first badge. Cool. We'll grab the badge. Got that badge, son. Okay, up next we should have all the masks. So let's work this out. So, we have the mask from downstairs behind the red door. We have the mask in the living room inside the fireplace. And we have the mask from the kids' room upstairs here. So, we need to put them in order. This is an easy thing to look up. I'll help you guys out with it. You put them in order from part 3 to part 9. That's 7 masks altogether. And the order is as followed. Cool. What you want is the cleanest mask. That one's pretty clean. That one's a little less clean. And it's definitely not the blue one, so it's the cleanest red mask. So, do this guy. Okay, the second one has a busted left top with fresh blood still on the mask. So, looks like it's this one. Alright, the third one is a clean mask with blue markings. So we're on part 5, we're headed to part 6 right now. The part 6 one, dirty mask with a chop taken out of the left side. Looks like it's probably that one. Alright, part 7. Waterlogged looking mask. With a chop taken out of the left side and a missing lower section. There we are. The part 8 mask is a slightly cleaner mask with red markings that make it look closer to the first mask, which was the part 8. Like I said, Jason turns to Manhattan. It's a dingier looking version of the main mask. It still has that little chip taken out of the top. And the last one we need is the most beat up mask. Destroyed mask with a chop taken out of the left, missing lower section on the left, and a chop taken out of the right, opening up the eye. Cool. We have them on there. And look, nothing happened. Nothing at all. This is right, kids. But the problem is, they're showing off all these masks, and one of these masks doesn't belong. One of these masks, and this is my theory, was the part 5 mask that belonged to a man named Roy Burns, who was trying to get revenge for killing his son, taking advantage of the Jason killer hoopla. So, let's go ahead and remove that mask. There it is. Next one. Good to go. And the problem is, it's one of the things that I just kind of disliked, that I couldn't put that mask back. Alright, we'll come over here and we'll pop in all of the VHS. We'll pop them all in order. So 3, there's 4, there's 2, Slasher Volume 1. And this is something I never figured out. It didn't do anything for me. Camp Blood, Part 2. I even tried messing around with the timestamp in the bottom corner. I got nothing out of it. And I think maybe... Wait a minute. I might have just figured something out. I don't think I did, and I don't think that this is going to be right. But let me look at this timestamp in the bottom corner real quick. Okay. Actually, I'm actually just going to write it down and we're going to try to figure this out. Maybe together. It's 0015551. Okay. That's from part 1. Part 2 gave us... Let's see, because there's a phone number you do need to call, and I want to see if it corresponds at all. 00419. This might be the key that I was looking for, because there was something that I just couldn't quite figure out, and nobody else could either. Here's part 3 of the Mummy movie. We got 003444. Okay. And then the final, and this might be something I try to figure out off camera. 4518. So 004518. Okay. Now the corresponding number that I have, I don't think matches up. Okay. Yeah, it does not match up. It kind of matches up in the beginning because I have the phone number sitting right here, and the numbers read 1551 421 9344, and that would be the end. So there's just one too many numbers. So if we take out the ones, we have 5542 or 554 219 3444, and there's still too many numbers. Wait, no, it will be 554 293 4444. So if we take out the fours, it would be the ones and the fours would be 554 293 518, and then we're missing a number. So I think there is something here. I'll check into it later, but we were, as a community, we were all trying to figure this out over on the Friday the 13th forums, and we did figure that out. So we figured it out a different way, and I'm not sure, it didn't add up quite perfectly. So we're still, that's why I'm still like, oh man, there's still things that we can figure out about that, I think. And yeah, that's the one part I'm still trying to figure out. But neither here nor there. We'll do the diagram puzzles. So this one, really easy. All you have to do is grab all you have to do is find the crystal, which we found in the bathroom. And then for this one, which is the final scene at the Voorhees house, you just have to kind of set them up. So over here, we have Jessica. And in the middle here, we have, I think it's this Jason. And then over here, we have Steven, which, if I remember right, Steven isn't doing so hot. Cool. Come back in here to the Higgins one. This side we have Allie, who is downed, and then I believe we have Jason. We might have to swap the Jasons around, and then Chris we found in the bathroom. Yeah, let's swap the Jasons around. Let me make sure. Yep, okay. Come on. There we go. Alright. We'll come back over here, place that other Jason. If you are just joining me, we are doing a run through the Virtual Cabin 2.0. If you have any questions, please let me know. This is, I think it's badge 3. So, what you do is you bring all the badges over to this fella. Just start popping them in. Cool. I still have one of the masks in my inventory. Nothing I can do about that. Alright, so I believe this was the last piece of the puzzle. We've done the pedestal. We've done the masks. We've checked out all of the tapes. We've done the diorama puzzle. I think the last puzzle that we need, and this was the one that was done by committee, it was the blue number puzzle. So, the first piece that we found was right here. This belongs to, I think it was like part 1, and it has a big number 1 in the corner. So, we got the 1. Next one is in an area we haven't really looked at yet. I've been putting it off a little bit. Okay, we have a few things in here. Then the second one is actually right here. It's a potato sack with a big number 5 on it. Cool. Next one is in this top drawer. Some rad-ass 3D goggles. 0005. We'll take those goggles, or those glasses. Can't open any of these. Can't open any of the... Oh, we can't open this one. But... nada. Cool. Open this one. A lot of the same. Nothing. Okay. The next one is actually upstairs. We looked at it earlier. It's the forest sign. So I'll run back to it for everyone so you guys can check it out. What does it say? Forest Green County, I think. Forest Green County, next 4, blue 4 exits. So we got the 4 there. The next one we actually have in our inventory, which is kind of cool. Right there. 3rd edition. Real bright at the top of the Starlicon, the New Beginning novel. Alright. The next one is this one right here. Big X on it. We don't know if that's just, hey, this is alcohol like in the old days. But it says March 7th, so we got a 7 here. Oh, take that with us. We have a matchbook here with 2 matches in it, so we assume that that's going to be a 2. Alright. We do have a few more numbers. We are missing a few numbers here. But like I said, done by committee. It was all figured out. The next one we looked at earlier, right here. Limited edition 9. And then the last one. And I think this is where things kind of fell apart for us, but we still figured it out anyway. This book right here has a lot of blue. And we took away from the Inferno Lake. We put this as the last one. It pertained to part 9. And, you know, we just chose chapter 2. So we chose the 2. So we got about that far, and then someone had solved it. The community forums for Friday the 13th cracked the code. The theory was that if you moved Moonshine to number 7 at the end because of the X, referring to Jason X, and then doubled it, I'm not sure about where the extra 5 comes in, or why the 3 and the 4 got swapped around, but it's all there. And, you know, I'll try to update with more information over on our Facebook, facebook.com/MammothGamesInc. Go give us a like, that's appreciated. But if you punch that number into the phone, which is 1-555-342-9277, some cool shit happens. But before that happens, let's play around with this. 911.
911, what's your emergency?
My butt cheeks are on fire, baby!
Hello, do you need police, ambulance, or fire?
She can't hear me.
Are you there? Do you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
an emergency?
Okay. Okay. See what happens. Do it again.
911, what's your emergency? Is anyone there? Are you in need of assistance?
I think that was different. Pretty rude to hang up on someone who could be dying. You know what I mean?
"911, what's your emergency? Breathe into the phone if you are in immediate danger."
That's different.
Is this a prank?
No. See, okay, so it's changing. Different things are happening.
"911, what's your emergency? Hello? They're calling again.
She's getting pissed.
It's coming from Crystal Lake. Isn't that the place? Shit.
Alright, that didn't sound good.
911. What do you want from me? Is he there? Is this him?
Oh, she is freaking out now.
He's here! Everyone's dead! Call
Oh.
911!
Call 911. She is 911. Alright, that sounded fun. Let's try it one last time. Well, damn. That did not go as planned. Okay, we have a few other numbers to call. So when we call this one, we'll call the one right here on the desk. 1 5 5 5 5 5 5 0 6 1 Ada Reno.
Crystal Lake Police Department.
Hello, where's my name?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hiya. Oh, and then he hangs up. Rude as fuck. Okay. And people who had 9s and 0s in there. Oh. Those guys were assholes. Okay, we did get a weird sound there. Here we go. Calling through.
Crystal Lake Police Department.
What's going on, man?
Is anyone there?
Yeah, just hanging out with the bros. Okay. Call him again. So, like, if you take the time to put in all these numbers, then, you deserve something cool. Save more time just going to their house rather than using this fucking rotary phone.
Crystal Lake Police Department.
Okay?
No, it's probably just Ralph again.
My name's not Ralph. I do know Ralph. He's friends with my dad. No. Let me know if you guys know Ralph. We'll let him know the Crystal Lake PD are looking for him.
Look, Ralph, you're holding up the line. Stop calling.
Good God, he's pissed. Alright. But we're getting somewhere. We're getting through to him. A lot of 5s, you know? Better than a lot of 0s. Jeez. People are terrible. If I had a 0 in my house, I'd just remove my phone when we had rotary phones. Just threw it in the garbage.
Hello?
Hello. Alright, let's see what happens. Until we get the same thing. Okay.
Crystal Lake Police Department.
Oh.
Hello? Hey, how'd you get in here? Hey, stop
Oh,
right there!
shit.
Don't move.
That didn't sound good. That sounds bad. Alrighty. Whew. Whew. Okay. So we called 911. We called the Crystal Lake Police Department. Why don't we call... Man, this one sucks. 1 5 5 5 S E A 2 N Y C.
Congratulations! You just won a free cruise to New York in one of our brand new luxury liners. All you need to do to claim your prize is answer a few short survey questions.
No
Could
problem.
you please tell us how you prefer your tomato sauce? Plain, spicy, or extra chunky? Please
Spicy.
press 1 to talk to a travel agent.
Trying to. Ah, shit, didn't work. Okay. So that one's an automated one. I ran through that one once or twice. I didn't get anything else. So let's go ahead and call this next one. 1 5 5 5 6 8 9 2 3 4 4. This came from the menu on the counter.
Hello, Pinehurst Diner. This is Lana.
Hi, Lana.
We're currently closed.
Can I still get a steak?
You there?
Yes.
Billy?
No.
Look, I'm almost done. I'll meet you out back. Where are you? It's getting late.
Okay, well, my name's not Billy. She had good enthusiasm. I appreciate that. Alright, 5 5 5 6 8 9 2 3 4 4.
Where are you? It's getting late. You don't want to miss showtime, do you?
Don't worry, the show's getting ready to start around here. Alright. 1 5 5 5 6 8er and 9er 2 3 4 4.
Look, just hurry up, all right? I want to party.
So I think I remember this one. This was like, there was, I think it was part 5. This guy goes to a diner, does a little blow out of his, like on the center console in his car while she's getting around, and, you know, the usual, and, then they both get gutted.
I'm sick of your excuses.
Wow, okay. That one was short. I like have it memorized now though. So I don't have to like oh, which one. Cool.
Hello? Oh, hold on one sec. Oh, bad kitty.
It's a Kate. I hear a Kate.
Kitty, I don't like you anymore. Kitty, I feed you and love you and scare me like that. Go on, kitty. Sorry. Billy? Billy, what are you doing? It's cold.
What are you doing, Billy?
This is cute. Oh, I like this a whole lot. Oh, you're gonna waste a lot of money this way, Smarty. Oh well, that just means more for me.
Yep.
Oh. Yummy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Billy? Billy!
Billy's not doing so hot. And now neither is Lana. She tried, bless her heart. Alright, one. Last one. Before we put in the actual number that we need. One, 979. This is for Unger Institute of Mental Health.
Unger Institute of Mental Health, how may I help you? Can you speak up?
Huh?
Ugh.
No, rude. Where's the redial option? You know what I mean? Seven, no. 1, 3, 1, 9, 7, 9.
Unger Institute, Cheryl speaking.
Hi, Cheryl. Here to see my message.
Hello?
Hello.
Is this for real?
No, it's for fake.
Ugh.
God damn. Rude people. Just stay on the line. Try to have a conversation with someone. I'm just clearing my throat and she hangs up on me. You know what I mean? One, 9, 7, 9.
Yes, hello?
Hello.
Did he get out again?
Yeah, someone
Hello? Ugh.
did. Okay. 1, 5, 5, 5, 7, 1, 3, 1, 9, 7, 9.
Tommy,
No?
please come back home.
Oh shit. Well, I guess Tommy's missing. That's one of the things. 7, 1, 3, 1, 9, 7, 9.
Get home now, Tommy. I've had just about enough of your delusions.
Here it is.
Shit! Take off that mask, Tommy. It's not good for your progress.
It's not good for your progress.
Tommy?
Not Tommy. Nice. This is not something you have to do, by the way. Put that operator, see what happens. Alright, so we have nothing here. So the number that we ended up getting from all of the like blue, all of the little blue numbers, and that we ended up figuring out as a community was 1, naturally, like every other number, 5, 5, 5, 3, 4, 2, 9, 2, then 7, 7.
Who is this? Where is my boy?
That's Pamela. There we go. This patch is actually talking about one of the guys never thought he'd get the license for Friday the 13th while making the game Slasher Volume 1 Summer Camp. But that's what we needed right there. So, come over here. Tag it in. Okay. So over here. Blood-soaked newspaper.
Congratulations on completing the virtual cabin. In the future, we might update this space to reveal what's behind those two curtains. But for now, we just want to say thank you for playing and invite you to stay as long as you would like.
Thanks, guys. I looked through here. There wasn't much in here, aside from taking a peek-see-loo at all the Friday the 13th Jasons. Part 3 being the first Jason, actual masked Jason. Part 2 over here. This is the bag-headed Jason, which is still, I think it inspired a few things, like Resident Evil. They had those guys with the bags over their head and the one eye and a chainsaw and they can jump up shit. I think next was this one, part 4, the final chapter, where you had the wound, which was the introduction to Tommy, young Tommy, played by Corey Feldman. Part 5 is missing because Part 5 was not a real Jason. It was played by Roy. But this is Part 6, Jason Lives. Right here. And Part 7, The New Blood, which was the really waterlogged Jason. Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Kane Hodder portraying Jason. He tracks him from Camp Crystal Lake aboard the SS Lazarus into Manhattan. Here would be Jason Goes to Hell, Final Friday. He is beat to shit. He's done. And then here's Tom Savini's pick for the game for exclusive reward for backers. Super cool outfit. Fucking love that outfit. Okay. Then we got the ringing phone.
You can bring him back, you know. There's always a way.
Okay. There we go. Virtual cabin completed. Return to the main menu. It's the only option that you get, and there's no fear here. This is not the end. You just have to go back in to the virtual cabin. Giving us some tips for the actual game, which I kind of enjoy this more than the actual game, because it's fucking crazy. I think it's crazy. It's awesome though. Since it is Christmas time, doing a little bowl of I think they're Hershey dark chocolates. Loading virtual cabin at 3.1 new game plus added. Virtual cabin wrote CXE. Alright, here we are. We've done a lot. I won't lie to you folks. We've done quite a bit. So, with that, see if the door unlocked. Yeah. Phone is still functioning. The store is still locked. So naturally, the first place I wanted to go when I came back was back to that basement. So I'm back. So we had nothing. We didn't really know what we needed to do here. So we spent a decent amount of time playing around with this area. Why isn't things working? What are we doing? So we came back here, looked at the calendar, and we decided that it was probably a good idea to try to check for an update. Nothing. We could reset the cabin, check out the database, or change the date. So we decided, let's try a few dates. And we tried a few dates, a few releases. We tried the original release of the movie, and it didn't get us anywhere. But we tried the date for movie 1 when it takes place. And it takes place on June 13th. Of course, a Friday the 13th of 1979. There it is. Now we have some stuff happening. The phone also rings on a few other dates I think people found out, but this one, for me, I never had a problem. Every single time.
You should have been watching him.
That sounds bad. Sounds bad, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, we are in darkness. Oh. And we have control. Okay, so... sounds like he moved up the stairs. This is very reminiscent of PT and Resident Evil The Beginning Hours demo. So what you're going to want to do is try to follow Jason through here. Poor Deborah. Got her face burned off and stabbed her right through the hand. Jenny, leg chopped off, probably her throat cut. There we are. Looks like he was headed upstairs. Ooh. Sounds like he's doing a little bit of work. A little bit of wet work over there. Okay. He's not doing so good. Eric Murdard La Chapa. That's funny. Okay. Check on Chad. Chad's not doing so hot. Neither is Bucky. So this part didn't make any sense. He came up here, murdered these bros, right? So he was never in here. I never clicked on the bed. You guys read that. I don't think I ever clicked on the boat either. That was a very prolific scene. So it would seem this would be the last place he'd be. Alas, no Jason. But we did hear some noise from downstairs. So that's my question. How did he get from up here to downstairs with nothing going on? Here we are. Tiffany, who had been stabbed from underneath. Okay, this is a key item. Whoa. Key item. This item is actually used outside. We heard the door break down. Now we have access to the outside. That coat belonging to a young Corey Feldman. You have to kind of crouch to get out here. Outside, we have a whole slew of new things. But the first thing I'm going to do is, as soon as we walk out, we'll walk up here. That key that we got from Kenny behind the door goes there. Gives you a chance to look at the propane tank. Talks a little bit about explosions. I don't think there's anything else in here except the key item, the shovel. Shovel is used for 2 things in here, so definitely something you want to pick up pretty early. Alright, that's all you'll ever need to do over there, so that's a thing. Got a Ralph's bike. Crazy Ralph. Okay. Over here, we have the Rockers, AJ and Adam. Cool. Just talking a little bit about stuff. We have a radio here. Time to die, yeah. Alright. Got some good stuff going on here. Never gonna leave it. Talking about some mechanics within the Unreal Engine. That music might be a bit too loud, so I'll probably turn that off. Alright, we have a lock here. We do not know the code for this yet. I think there's anything else back here, but we know we need to come back to that. Okay. Nothing else around the old fireplace. There's an axe. I don't think that there's anything else out here. I actually didn't look. I never looked out here. I don't think I can get out on that rock. I just figured it was an out of bounds area, which I was right. If you guys are viewing, please let me know if you have any questions. I have solved this completely, and we are going through the whole thing. So this is what we're after. This is what we're out here to find. 3 badges, 1 can of gas. Car, what's it for? No one knows. We already have the shovel. I looked down there, didn't find anything except this old canoe. Talking about famous end to Friday the 13th. Seaweed covered young Jason Voorhees plopping out of the water and scaring the shit out of people. Okay. Give this a listen.
Tell me about when you were making the game. Did you have any like weird glitches or strange bugs that you found?
Late in development, we had this bug. We swore it was like the spirit of Jason coming into the game or something. But sometimes during a match, these invisible holes would generate. And if you managed to fall through one, you'd end up in this weird, untextured area of the map.
That's really cool.
It was not like an area we physically created, but like made of bits of our assets. Eventually, you'd be shot up high into the air and killed by Jason in the sky. Luckily, we were able to get it out before CERT, but it was a tough one.
How were you able to find it?
We had this debug code that would show us the holes in the map. That helped us hunt them down.
What was the debug code?
You know, it's the same code everyone uses when they need to input a secret code in a video game. I mean, just remember back when we were kids.
It's probably better for legal that way.
So, what do you guys think that code could be? Drop it in the comments. It is for a bit later. We do have a few things to do. So we've looked at all of this. We have a few smaller things over here. Look at this tent. Look at Fox over here, which is one of the newer characters, Fox, and the guy that's sitting out on the dock being the newest characters. Okay. That says do not enter. This over here is a graveyard. So we'll save that last place, that place back there for another time, probably maybe our last thing that we do. Talking a bit, this is the resting spot of Pamela Voorhees, which was the infamous murderer of the first one. Okay. A piece of the fence. So those, that actually took me a little bit to find. Jason Hawk played the dead Jason, who was dug with the opening of Part 5. No special effects used for the scene. Just shot him laying in an open coffin as crew members with 5-gallon buckets dumped night crawlers on top of his face. Alright. So we will do this one first. This is a much different order than I did in the first time I played through this. Alright. Looks like we're digging up Jason. There are those creepy crawlies we were talking about. So, put that through together. That's probably most ungood. I'm not a scientist, nor have I ever claimed to be. Brutal. There's our first badge for the outdoor area. What is this, 1.3? Alright. We have the badge, we know where the badge goes. Let's head on down here. We'll go right for his hut. Take a look around, see what we need. Alright. Sorry I don't have a shovel, or like a light. They don't give you a light right here. So nothing. You can't put anything that I currently have there. So it's looking for something. Look at this spot right here. This spotlight on 10 rocks on the ground, splitting 8 and 9, closer to 8, with an arrow literally pointing to it. So let's translate this to something we had found before. We'll go back to the camp, or the cabin. Oh, camp that they had in front of the cabin. Oh, by the way, now since Jason is up and about, everybody is dead. Literally everybody out here has been brutally just massacred. Poor AJ got her arm cleaved off. He just got busted in half. He got ripped in half. But I translated that stuff to this. You see the marks. It kind of makes sense. We'll go right here to split this. One. The pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1, 2. So we'll listen again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1, 2. 5, 3, 1, 2. Let's give it a crack. 5, 3, 1, 2. There she is. That looks like that'll be really good to go on that,
Come home to Mommy, Jason. You know the way.
Up the path back to Jason's house. Cabin. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So I saved this other part for last because I found it to be a little more taxing. And I think the problem was I tried to explore. And that place does not want you to explore. I'll show you what happens when you explore. Alright, let's bring the head back home.
I'm home. You did good.
Should have, baby, I know it. Got the badge. Alright, and nothing happens, which is kind of crazy to me. I was really surprised that nothing happened. Alright, we'll push forward down the path, and we'll enter that area we have no earthly business entering, because it literally says, Dave, don't go in here. But let's go in. The first thing you see, blood, machete. Alright, we'll follow it. A B plus C, with an arrow pointing this way. Alright, you see something kind of flashing down here, something catching your eye. An arrow, but who shot the arrow? It would have came from this way. So there's a lot of twists and turns. No shortcuts to be had here. You got 3 ducks. Where are those ducks going? They're going this way. So this leads you to a mound of dirt at the base. Now, this is where we need to dig. But let's wander off this way. There it is. There's a lot of different kills to be had here. I think I found like 4 or 5. One time he takes a spear and impales you, and then drops you to the ground, picks you back up, and pulls the spear out the other side. I've been gutted. Yeah, he gutted me there too in a different way. And I think he cleaved me, used the pig splitter, and stabbed me once. But yeah, let's just get on through. So again, machete pointing the way to the tree that has an arrow, pointing the next. And that points to a literal arrow. Let's find out who shot. It turns out these crafty ducks are really experienced with a bow and arrow. Okay, and these guys wants to go over here. I wandered around here. I saw this light over here, and I explored that and all that fun stuff. So we just dig it up, and I'm not even sure what this is. Oh, I think it's either a cat or a dog. I can't remember. But either way, regardless, we have all 3 badges. So shit has been crazy. It's been fun. We've seen our fair share of Jason. So let's get the hell out of Schmeal by gassing up this boat and getting to safety. And then you have that music. You have that calming. No, you made it. You survived when all these other people. You see the police in the distance. Like a final moment. It's been long. We've been at this in about an hour and a half for this little piece, right? Nope. Iconic. Virtual cabin completed. Again. Cool. Kicks us back to the main menu again. Alright. Let's go back in. Virtual cabin. Where does it load us? Let's find out. Let's find out. And again, if you guys have any questions, comments, anything, please shout them out in the chat. Actually, this experience is better if you guys chat and ask questions. And if not, I'll just continue to run through this thing like a Let's Play. As always, facebook.com/MammothGamesInc for all the top news and video games stuff. As well, follow us on Twitter @MammothGamesInc. Don't forget to hit the follow button for me. We are loading into 1.6 New Game Plus. Cabin, Virtual Cabin Debug is what it says. So we wondered about this. We were like, man, what are we doing here? Now we're in this dead area. There's, everybody's dead. So my first thing, let's move to the back door. Fuck. Am I right? I know I'm right. So, Basement door was closed again. Here we are. The young Jason from Friday the 13th. The wonder of Hollywood that just, it brought Monster back. You know what I mean? It was really awesome, and it spawned a franchise. That final scene where they're getting away, and here's the boy that we had heard so much about, hopping out of the water. Alright, we're still missing part 3. Got his axe over here. Power is somehow still cut. So yeah, like I said, we had wondered a bit about this, but there was one thing that they said that we never did anything with. Remember that radio out by the dock? Let's just go back out there. We have access to outside now. You can open this door. We're good. Let's go outside. Marvel at all these dead bodies. Let's try this again. See what happens. Alright. We are not getting back out that way.
So tell me about when you were making the game. Did you have any like weird glitches or strange bugs that you found?
Late in development, we had this bug. We swore it was like the spirit of Jason coming into the game or something. But sometimes during a match, these invisible holes would generate, and if you managed to fall through one, you'd end up in this weird, untextured area of the map. It was not like an area we physically created, but like made of bits of our assets. Eventually, you'd be shot up high into the air and killed by Jason in the sky. Luckily, we were able to get it out before CERT, but it was a tough one.
How were you able to find it?
We had this debug code that would show us the holes in the map. That helped us hunt them down.
What was the debug code?
You know, it's the same code everyone uses when they need to input a secret code in a video game. I mean, just remember back when we were kids.
It's probably better for legal that way.
There's one code that everyone knows. Everyone knows up, up, down, down, left, right. And then what was it? It was like A, B star. So here we'll try up, up, down, down, left, right, circle X.
So tell me about when you were making the game. Did you have...
Alright. Didn't get anything to happen there. Nothing looked like it happened. And this took us a while because we were like, wait, it doesn't make any sense. And people were running around popping in that code, trying to figure this out. So, there we go. And you have to do it fast. You have to put it in correctly, put it in fast. Up in the corner you see display FPS is off. When you turn it on, you're rocking around 30, 31 frames per second right now. You can reload the level entirely. You can show map collision, which when you click on turns an unknown error. If you show the actual collision, it actually shows you the edge of everything, which is really cool. So now that we have this, let's close the menu. Man, look at this. I love this because this is what I do. I'm an environment artist. I build what you have, what you're all looking at right here. Obviously, they didn't go into detail about some of the smaller models. It's a little more. You follow the sound. No, get further away. The red door. We did turn collision. Okay, an untextured room.
We spent a lot of time tuning the game to make sure it was fun to play as a counselor, and we knew we had it when... Funny guys, hilarious. How long have you been waiting to play that for? Anyways, we finally... Oh, shit! Kane, that's dope. You got me.
Hold on 1 second. I will show you.
Bro. Your knife is dripping on the...
Oh my god, he's stabbing me.
All right. So there's that. You heard that sound at the end. That was the key sound. There we go. Picked up a badge. So what they said is you would drop through the floor into this untextured world, and then you would fall again, you shoot up into the sky, and Jason would kill you. That's what just happened. We just died. Horror Lover 75 asked me, how do you make it through the part outside where Jason is? He gets you every time. I assume you're talking about the wooded area. I actually just did that a few seconds ago. But what you do is you get the shovel. First of all, you need the shovel. The shovel is located in the shed to the right after you exit the cabin. But first, you need to go into the room where the two were snuggling with the hammock, close the door, and get the key from around the guy's neck. And then once you have the key, grab the shovel and go back to that wooded area. And you'll go into the wooded area and there will be a machete with blood on the ground. Follow that to the carving on the tree. Follow that arrow to an actual arrow. And that actual arrow will lead you to, if you follow where it came from, to 3 ducks. If you follow the ducks where they're going, there's a patch of dirt on the ground. Use the shovel to dig there and you'll find the final piece of the puzzle. But we're past that. Here we are. It spawns you back upstairs. Shit's freaking out. You can see the models in A-pose dropping, textured on textured, dead and standing. So it's leading us till about then. I'll take that. Just step over Chuck Burgart, Elphonics CEO. You know. Cool. We got that. Alright, let's just keep going. Into the basement. That doesn't sound good. But notice some of these are different. All of them are broken. And they're giving handouts. Secret patch. Another secret patch. Here we are. The final secret patch. And if you have any other questions about things that I've done in the past, just let me know after I get to the end. We can run through this again. I'm more than happy to. Alright, so all of the Jasons are gone, which does not bode well for... Well, everyone's dead except me, so, you know, me. Let's go ahead and push forward. And just play a game of follow the bugged patches. Leading us right back upstairs. Alright, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We've made it. We've made it, and we're at the place where they want us. The thing that they want us to see. Okay. I ran the perimeter of this place. There is nothing in here. I tried to back up using the light, you know what I mean? I can't move back any further. So, this talks a little bit about them thinking about Jason in VR. They just said they don't think that they're ready for that. So if you're a Jason fan and you don't know where we're at by now, damn. So, there's nothing to see in here except this. Talking about the Grundle. Grundle is the name of the ship that Jason is aboard before reawakening. It's also the name of the monster from the Old English poem Beowulf. In the poem, Grundle, aggravated by the sound of revelry, attacks the Great Hall, killing many men before morality is wounded by... attacks the Great Hall, killing many men, before being mortally wounded by the hero. Grundle's mother, angry at her son's death, seeks revenge. Ultimately, Beowulf tracks the vengeful matron to her warden at the bottom of the lake, slicing off her head, and the head of Grundle's corpse resting in a watery grave. So, you know, it's kind of like Friday the 13th took a lot from that old English poem of Beowulf. The mother seeking revenge for the death of her son, um, a watery grave. You know, there's a lot there. That's literally the only thing in here, aside from some cool looking environments, and yeah. But there is this. Kind of the holy shit moment. Jason from Jason X. Virtual cabin completed. Uber Jason and Grundle map coming soon. Alright, looks like it's kicking us back. I'm going to actually check aggression and some badges. I'm not sure if it gave us any badges for that. No, those badges were all just, like, not fake, but I have no Pamela or Tommy tapes, which is crazy, because I played this game quite a lot. So, go back into the virtual cabin after all the glitchiness stuff happened, and kind of come back in to see where it loads us. You know, after we got outside, the hardest thing was trying to figure out those balloon numbers. That was hard as hell. Man, yeah, that was hard. So, loading Virtual Cabin 2.0 relaunch. So this is the new cabin. This will be the thing that nobody ever saw before. So here we are. With this, you have access to literally everything. You have nothing in your inventory. You can run around and you can pick everything up. I think there's only one thing that was bothersome, and maybe they just didn't think it through. But the one mask that is missing is the blue mask, and the blue mask was on this wall. And if there's something in place, you cannot very well put something else in its place without it, like, overwriting it. So that item basically just disappears because you can't put it back on the wall after you end up getting it back. And the same thing happens on the pedestal. There was a movie upstairs on the pedestal, and you cannot get that movie back ever. But yeah, here you're free to explore and see everything. The final big thing that they add, you know, you have all the statues open, and the mecha at the end, Jason X. And it tells you a little bit about New Line Cinema's green-lighted the Jason film, sending him into space and all of this stuff. They did have some really cool kills in there, one of them being that nitrogen face smash where he, like, freezes the dude's head and smashes it. Super badass. But this is where we're at. I do not believe there's anything more to find. Everything wrapped up kind of nice. But there's still a few mysteries to solve. One of them being this. How do you get through that? Don't know. I don't know. You don't know. No one knows. So, yeah, there's still some stuff to look at in here. You can always reset your virtual cabin back to whatever build you want to, but warning, if you reset it back to, like, New Game Plus, you lose everything past New Game Plus. So you'll have here and back. And of course you do have a counselor database. There's quite a selection of counselors. It's kind of annoying too, because, like, the way that you have to, like, go through it. So this is the guy that made it in game. Nickname Rez, Eric LaChapa. they ended up naming him RJ. Actually, there's not a lot. H2O. Oh no, there are a lot, but it's hard to like get through them because you can't hold up and then have it continue to go up. You can hold up here, but it seems to like click weird. And these are just all the guys that back the game. So if you back the game, you know, good on you. This was probably the guy, Horror Inc. is probably the guy who was calling them being creepy. I can help you find your marbles. That's funny. Right, Elliot? Hi everybody, we're going to make this summer the best ever. Buckle up, buckaroos. Jesus. Let's see if any other name just kind of pops out. Go Jason. Image missing. All food and belongings should be named or they'll be thrown out by me. That's funny. And we're back to the top. So you can look through these and you can actually enter passwords. And I believe these backers probably got passwords to do. I'm not sure if they get passwords to do certain things or what the deal is, but it would be cool to find out. And I look forward to that becoming a thing as we progress. You know, and learning about this. But yeah, that is it for this good Let's Play of Virtual Cabin 2.0 on Friday the 13th, the game. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit us up on Twitter at Mammoth Games Inc. or drop me a line, The Real Night Swarm, on Facebook.com/Mammoth Games Inc. You can basically just drop me a line over there, and yeah, it's pretty easy. I'm always looking for feedback if you guys have any. And then, of course, for me here on Twitch, check that follow button. I appreciate that. It lets me know that you guys like what I'm doing. I feel like I'm doing some kind of cool stuff every now and again, this being one of them. So, yeah, please show me some of that support as well. If you guys have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. That's a free $5 for anyone here on Twitch.tv. All you gotta do is link your Amazon account and your Twitch account, and then you can drop that $5 on anyone here on Twitch.tv. If it's me, I appreciate that. Thank you. If it's not, that's cool too. Just go support someone with it. Everyone who supports me, we do have a few cool things, including Discord. You know, some player icon or some badges, or you know, what are they called? Emotes. Yeah, emotes here on Twitch. I'll drop a few of them in the chatterino. And yeah, you guys get access to some cool exclusive stuff. We're looking to do more. We may even start having some of those people come on to my podcast. Comes out every Monday on iTunes, Google Play, Podbean.com. Just search up Mammoth Games Inc. You can come in, talk with us about video games, what you think, what you want. You can even make topics if you want. That's fine with us too. But in the meantime, thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, I am Night Swarm. Catch you guys later.